Today I'm going to show you how to build a patio swing. Don't you want to know how to build one anyways?
Good, 'cause I'm about to show you.
So I started out with 2x4 cedar boards that I picked up from Lowe's. I bought 5, but I only ended up using 3 for this project. Here I'm cutting the backrest and the seat rest. And I have a particular way of cutting. This is just my style. I literally will measure and cut to the blade width. Like, I will look at it and measure it each time. That's me. That's what works for me. So right here I'm doing the pocket holes for the backrest. And I did it on 4 pieces. I had to measure out or draw out the butt scoop. That's what I'm calling it, the butt scoop for the swing. It just gives your butt a little comfort, and more people want to sit on your swing, especially your family. I didn't have any plans. I watched one YouTube video on how someone else built theirs before I attempted this. I had some leftover materials, and I'll get into that in a second. And this gave me a reason to use the bandsaw for cutting out one template. I'm cutting one first, so I round it over the front. That's just going to be more comfortable for your legs as well. And then the butt scoops next. If somebody thinks of a better term, they can comment down below. So I use the first piece that I cut out on the bandsaw as a template for the other 3 pieces, because there's 4 total. So I just drew it out, and I'm going to rough cut them here. Round over on the front, 3 times the butt scoop. And if you're gluing it together, which most of you would use glue, you want to get waterproof or water resistant glue, especially if it's outside in the elements. It's just going to hold up better. For me, my swing's going to be covered. It's got waterproof glue, and it's made of cedar, so it should last a while. And I sealed it. And this armor tool bench actually helps me clamp things into place, keep them tight so that joint doesn't want to move whenever I'm screwing in the pocket screws. Get some squeeze out. You want to clean that up afterwards too. So this is mahogany. This is not an upscale swing by any means. It's just, I had these long skinny strips set to be glued up for cutting boards, and I changed my mind and just decided to go ahead and use them for the swing. I knew mahogany would look good against cedar as well. They were 10-foot strips, and I cut them to 5 foot, just because I knew a 5-foot swing would be a good width for several people to sit on. Here I'm making sure I got the end pieces on and then measuring out the gaps. I would use a soft measuring tape for this, but I was just kind of guesstimating. Full disclosure on this build, I measured everything and cut as I went along. I had no plans on paper. I was literally just kind of filling this whole build out, and if it didn't work out, I just wouldn't have shared a video with you. But it worked out pretty well, so I hope you stick around to the end. And I'm pre-drilling some holes here, just it'll keep the mahogany from splitting whenever you screw it onto the cedar. And again, I'm just using the same type screws. If you want to be really fancy, you can use decking screws. They don't cost that much more, and they hold up into all weather. This white piece of wood here I'm using as a stopper, or just to create gaps. It's tapered, so it's not even the same size. I kind of eyeballed some of it, but really If you use gaps on your swing, you'll use a little bit less wood, and then if anything gets on it, it'll fall through. You're just using less material, and I've seen it done, so I like this look. After you get all your slats down, I went ahead and rounded over all of these slats. Again, just for comfort, it takes all the sharp corners out if anybody were to run their hands on it. And again, it's just comfortable for your butt and your back. And then I hand sanded a little bit too. And I even used the random orbital sander to get some of those hairy circles out of the mahogany. Last was the arms. And I rounded over the top piece of the arm just for, again, comfort, taking those sharp corners down. Routing, it's one of my favorite things to do on most projects, but I'm pretty sure I route on almost every project. It's really simple. And I just glued them and tacked them into place, let them dry overnight. You can put decking screws again from the inside of the frame to hold these together better as well. The only thing I did not show on this project was how I hung the swing. That's a whole nother video. If you're interested in that, you can comment down below and let me know if you want to see that. I just didn't want to give you a 15-minute video. And here it is all put together. I've sealed it, I've hung it. I actually got the chain kit from a local hardware store called Ace. And then I put 4x4s under it to make sure it was hurricane proof because I knew it'd fit the whole family on it. And I don't want my family falling on the ground. That's just dangerous. And Leo loved it. If you'd like to see what else I'm working on, you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I love engagement. You can message me. Let me know some other projects you might want to see. And if you want to support other videos that I put up on YouTube, you can support me through Patreon. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, be sure and subscribe to me on YouTube. Please like, comment, let me know what you think.